With your choice of select sandwich, nugs, fries, and a drink, Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag is your go-to. Your nugget wingman. Your hot and crispy fry co-pilot.
Just like us. We're like the bag boys.
What?
Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
For a deal you can count on, bet on Biggie and choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Bag boys.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes choice of JBC or crispy chicken sandwich with 4-piece nugs, junior fry, and small soft drink. Third-party delivery pricing may be higher.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Counterfeit products are popping up everywhere. Fake sneakers, fake cosmetics, and even fake pills. Crooks are selling counterfeit versions of just about everything. Last year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products were sold in the U.S. Sure, it may seem like saving a few bucks on the things you want isn't a big deal, but counterfeits are usually made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. And the money you've paid, it goes right into the hands of criminals and may support child labor, drugs, and even gangs. Smells like big crime to me. So if you still think buying fake products is harmless, think again. And remember, if you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart, buy smart. Go for real. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org. This message is brought to you by the United States Patent and Trademark Office and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. Today is the last day of mandatory minicamp for the Bears. Then the attention shifts to training camp in late July. Quarterback Caleb Williams continues to grow in the role. That said, head coach Matt Eberflus knows he'll have to be patient with the rookie. The Bulls have hired Billy Donovan's son, Billy Donovan III, to become the head coach of their G League affiliate, the Windy City Bulls. The Cubs beat the White Sox 7-6 on Wednesday. Hector Neris improves to 6-0. The losing skid for the White Sox has hit 13. Mike Tauchman won it with a home run in the bottom of the ninth. It was his fifth shot of the season and first career game-ending homer. The White Sox open a series against Boston tonight. It'll be right-hander Jake Woodford getting the ball. Boston counters with Tanner Houck. The Cubs open a 4-game series at Cincinnati today. They've not announced their rotation for the series, but the Reds will go with righty Hunter Green tonight. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Macy's Friends and Family is going on right now, and it's the perfect time to save on Father's Day gifts. Use your coupon or Macy's card and take an extra 30% off designers he loves, like Hugo, Lacoste, and more. And 15% off skincare, fragrance, and grooming, too. Plus, shop Father's Day specials for even more great deals. Give love today at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Here from Progressive to tell you how you get more than great savings with us. You get customer service access through our mobile app, online chat, or by phone.
That's a lot of ways I can get in touch with you. I see what's going on here. You can't name favorites, but I'm your number one customer.
Actually, we offer all our customers these ways to contact us.
I'm sure you give just any customer your personal
company
contact info.
Well, you did call us more than any other customer this year. So in that sense, you are our number one customer.
Get help from Progressive.
Is it noon already? Take your lunch hour up a notch with Out to Lunch from 12 to 2 p.m. right here on WRMN 1410 a.m. Unwind with the perfect blend of soothing sounds and lighthearted conversations that'll make every bite taste better. Whether you're in office or out on the town, let us serve up the best in radio company. Stream on the go with our app on Google and Apple. Because lunchtime is your time. Out to Lunch every day from 12 to 2 on WRMN 1410 a.m. The talk of the town.
From morning coffee to your evening commute, WRMN 1410 AM is here for you. The faithful friend that brings you local news, timely topics, and the friendliest voices in the Valley. Stay informed, entertained, and engaged with our full lineup of shows, streaming all day, every day at WRMN1410.com or on the WRMN app. Wherever you are, we're right there with you. So why switch stations? Stick with the one that has it all. WRMN 1410 AM, your daily companion, your constant conversation.
Welcome to Out to Lunch, WRMN. My name is Dennis Sonar Green. I will be with you for the next 2 hours. 2 hours of the lunch break. That's not because I get a 2-hour lunch break. That is because some people are going to be coming in and out throughout the lunch. On today's show will be Ben Demonium Boquest is sitting here in studio. Let me get your mic on there for you, buddy.
Hello.
There you are. Ben Demonium Boquest will be in with us as well, along with, from the city of Elgin, Amanda Harris. We're getting close to the 4th of July parade. So we need to start talking about where we're going. Pet parade. So multiple parades as we're going through here. Lots of fun stuff that's happening over the summer. Stay tuned to WRMN to hear all about those things. Let me bring you up on camera as well, sir. Hey, thanks for being in studio with me,
dude. Yeah,
it's great to see you. I know it's a trek, and I know that like your unicycle needed to get the tire changed.
Yeah.
So, and then that's the worst part about the unicycle is like all of your tires were flat.
Right. Yeah. And how do you? Where there's no compartment for a spare.
No.
Gotta wear
absolutely not.
But a tire.
I guess of all the transportation, as far as like bikes or tricycles or whatever, I think unicycle, that may be the easiest one to like maybe carry a spare on the backpack and then you can just swap it out.
Well, the one wheel, if you've seen those are just hard rubber.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of an option.
I had to do that with my, I drove a, what was it? A Honda Ruckus.
Nice. Did you bring it?
In Florida? No, I gave it to my brother when I moved up to Chicago. But yeah, I had a Honda Ruckus, and I was always getting flat tires because I was driving along the side. I was always like really far over because, I mean, on wind at my back downhill, maybe I could hit 34. So down in Florida, like everywhere is minimum 55. Like maybe not minimum, but that's
how people in Florida rock. They're kind of like California, where it's just like I'm on the highway, so as fast as this thing will go.
Exactly, and you know what kind of stuff is in like the shoulder.
Yeah, that's where you pick up all the screws, the loose screws.
So what I did is instead of like on my 4th tube, because it's hard when you blow out a back tire on a 2-wheeled anything,
it goes.
Yeah, you're done for. You hopefully you don't lay it down.
Yeah.
Like that's what you're hoping for.
That's why you buy the elbow pads.
Mm-hmm. I did have a Dewey bike before that, and that's where you have like the regular bicycle, but you put the 49cc engine on it.
I see those guys scooting around all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah. That one I was changing the tire every other day. So what I did was I got a solid tire, and then that way all I had to do was just pull it out.
Nice.
So long story short,
how does that work?
So it's rubber,
just all the way through.
Yeah, all the way through, and it is at the same compression as if it was the PSI of whatever the inflated tire would be.
You got to wonder why don't they just do that? With tires?
Well, it's expensive for one, and just there's a lot of things in car mechanics that they make sure that they don't fix. So that, economies. Yeah. You don't want economies to just fall out.
It's good. The radio's not the only industry that sells air, is what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me.
I like that. That's a good one. That's a good one there. Hey, what is Amanda going to talk about when she gets here?
I believe she's going to tell us about the parades that are going to be going right down our beautiful Douglas right here, Douglas Avenue. The city of Elgin is excited to announce 4th of July celebrations featuring a parade, pet parade, concert, and fireworks on Thursday, July 4th, 2024. So we're going to get some more details about that. I'm interested to know, about this pet parade. Will I be, I know you could sign up to bring your pet along. Mm-hmm. I'd like to bring I got a bearded dragon. I think that would work.
I think so. I think dragons are allowed.
Yeah, why not?
Show me where it isn't.
Right.
I'm pulling up Air Bud rules.
For real.
Tell me where my dragon can't be in the parade.
Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. But I would also like to know, just a preview of a question I want to ask. Do they need volunteers to help walk shelter dogs? That's something I would love to do too.
Oh, well,
or if someone else wanted to.
We can ask Amanda.
Yeah.
I think she'll know.
Cool.
If you want to know more information, it's what? ElginIL.org. It's blue right there.
Yes, indeed.
/July 4.
July 4.
Okay. That'd be awesome. Lots of great things that are happening out there as well. Let's see here. Trying to just go through some of the different things that we've got going on, especially the 4th of July side. You can find a whole bunch more over there, elgin.gov. Fantastic website. elginil.gov is another great place to go to. There's going to be, let's see here. The Illinois Department of Transportation says there's going to be work on Illinois 31 over the US 20 bridge. That's still going on right now. So if you are still traveling that direction, and then the other one is on Dundee, on Dundee Road over here in Elgin, is also kind of jacked up for it. So there's a few different places to get over there in case things shut down. And I think that was some of the stuff for the Pride Parade. The Pride Parade, there were people that were coming downtown and did not know where to go. Bill Pellerinos gave me a big old mouthful about, hey, why didn't you tell me why didn't you tell me the roads were shut down?
Oh, yeah.
It took them 15 extra minutes to get over here. So,
worth noting. Yeah, always traffic. I mean, construction going on at this time of year.
Shout out to Bill as well for starting his show. He did it live for the first time here. He had already been doing it live a few times over at WCGO when we ran him in that station. And now he is over here. So I hope to listen to him again. It'll be Matt McNeil that'll be running the show with him. And that show happens at noon to 1, right after Matt. And it is, you know how we talk about every other week that Matt McNeil is going to be in?
Yeah.
This is the every. So he'll be here.
Nice.
On this weekend.
Sweet.
So if you want to get some of those deals that are coming in to WRMN and the radio shopping side of it, it's right there.
You're telling me Deal Wheel and Matt McNeil's going to be here this Saturday?
That's it. The radio shopping concierge himself.
Love it. And Four Quarters, great show. I'm impressed with what I've heard so far, and just highlighting awesome things in the community, and also having great guests and just talking about things. A thing that I like about Bill's content always is he's very centered about informing people.
Mm-hmm.
It's all like, if you didn't know, this is actually how it is.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's all he wants to do. June 6th for radio shopping is Mix and Match Thursday. Mix and match any two items for $10. American Legion, Distant Social, Country Donuts, Churros and Chocolates, Seven Dwarves, Village Pizza and Pub, Culver's, Remix, Stockholm, Sticky Fingers, Tommy's Red Hot, Sweet Basil, and a few others that are in there. Mix and match any two of those for $10 right there. And of course, because you had a $10 purchase, you get a bingo card.
Boom.
And Benjamin, what is the amazing jackpot on bingo right now?
This is 225, 300,
300. 3 Benjamins.
3 Benjamins
is what you get to walk away with.
072 people.
You have an entire backup crew of Benjamins to sing backup for you in your doo-wop group.
Do you have a favorite bingo number?
My favorite bingo number? I don't know. B.
Some of them.
B9, maybe.
That's a good one.
Yeah. It's like it's a good vitamin.
Mm-hmm.
I think to have, maybe. I don't know, because bingo, the numbers like separated at the 10s, right?
Yeah, usually so B's are like.
B's are
I feel like B32 is one, maybe.
Oh, like they cut off at the 20s, I think.
Something like that.
BINGO. So yeah, no, it's 1 to like 19, and then the I's would be like 20 to whatever. Maybe it's 21. Maybe it's 1 to 20, and then 21. I don't know. I think that's where the cutoff.
It does go like that though, to where the numbers are.
So like I can't have like an 017.
No, which is like, why not? Like kind of mix it up like Why not? Why not just try to bingo a new way?
Yeah, the numbers.
Completely random bingo. Mm-hmm. Maybe that'll be my purpose now. Completely random bingo. Vote for me for.
I think they have the letters so that you can find the numbers easier. Like, they can't just shout out a number, right? If they just say 42, now you're like, okay, where on my board is that 42? Mm-hmm. If nobody plays it before. But if I say, what would that be? If I say N42, okay, N, middle of my guy, and 42.
I'm trying so hard not to look up bingo facts on my phone to cheat at this conversation.
We're two engineers reverse engineer bingo. That is, if that's not call to go to break, I don't know what else is. Stay tuned for later on in the show today. Miss Amanda Harris will be in from the city of Elgin to talk about the parade that Benjamin will be covering. He will be the engineer point of contact over there. So if you want to get an interview in, or if you want to do something like that, reach out to WRMN and we'll make sure we schedule an interview sometime around then. If you've got a float or you've got anything like that, you want to talk about it, info@WRMN1410.com, or you can call the office line 847-741-7700. You're listening to Out to Lunch. We'll be right back after these.
Over the years, you've brought them into your home. You were prescribed opioids after the C-section, when Dad injured his back, when your basketball star tore his ACL. Opioids helped with the pain, and you held on to them just in case. But did you know holding on to unused opioids puts your family at risk? Opioids are powerful pain-reducing prescription medicines, but most people who are prescribed opioids don't finish their prescriptions. So millions of unused opioids are sitting in homes across the country. And tragically, more than 100 Americans die every day from overdoses involving opioids. What can you do to protect your family? Remove the risk of unused opioids from your home. Pills, patches, or syrups in drawers, purses, and cabinets, anywhere they might be hiding. To find out how to dispose of them properly, visit www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Join the Boomers June 4th at 6:30 versus the Florence Y'alls for Educators Appreciation Night, presented by Waterville Advisors. Come out to Wintrust Field on June 5th at 6:30 p.m. versus the Florence Y'alls, presented by Encore Village of Schaumburg. On June 6th at 6:30 versus the Y'alls, it will be Busch Light Bucket Hat Giveaway. The first 1,000 fans 21 and over will receive a Boomers bucket hat thanks to Busch Light. Also 2-for-1 Busch Light beer all game. This summer, get outside and enjoy a quick round of golf at the Twin Lakes Golf Course in Palatine. Twin Lakes features an executive 9-hole golf course with a driving range, cafe, and pro shop. Just starting the game, lessons are available. Take a couple of hours for yourself and stop at the Twin Lakes Rec area off Northwest Highway and hit the links. For a tee time, call 847-934-6050.
Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus is intent in their commitment to open doors and support those who strive for excellence. Too many people have been made to feel that higher education isn't a place for them, that it is someone else's dream. But Columbia College of Missouri has changed all that. With individualized attention and ongoing support, Columbia College knows a future built by you is a future built for you. Columbia College of Missouri Elgin campus, your new starts now. Visit ccis.edu.
By love of food and wellness, Mockingbird Bar and Garden of East Dundee encourages you to eat seasonal and clean while still indulging a bit. Whether food is served fresh or wood-fired, nothing is overcomplicated. Mockingbird Bar and Garden promises to give your palate something delicious and new and aspires to be a hive of buzz and activity. Start your weekend with an espresso or complement dinner with wine, specialty cocktails, or craft beer. Visit mockingbirdbarandgarden.com today.
Welcome back to WRMN Out to Lunch. That's what you're listening to here. Join the conversation at any time. Take us off the rails before we do by joining in to Studio 14 line. That's 847-931-1410. 1410, let's make some connections. Let's see, 1410 is the AM dial that you can listen. You can listen to us right there. Just spin it around. Those of you driving in the car, you can hear it from there. If you're also in your car, use your hands-free side of it and tell your smart speaker to listen. Maybe the signal's not so good where you are. You're like, oh my goodness, I'm having trouble listening over here. Maybe like you drive in and out. I kind of lose it at 290 if I'm driving towards the city. If I'm driving on 90, that's about where I lose it that side, which isn't too crazy. It goes out depending on where you are. So on the highway, definitely, because in that stretch, they've got all of those lights that are down there, and those lights just suck up any signal that's happening on that frequency, Benjamin.
Yeah, makes sense.
So if you ever are like, man, I'm having a little bit of a harder time hearing, or possibly at night, the evening, we do have a new evening lineup. We're working through a few things. Check out our evening lineup. I feel when I say we're working through some things, I feel like I'm a hello. Yes, absolutely. I've got my new guest coming in, my new friend. Hello, Miss Harris. How are you today? I'm good. How are you? I'm doing well. We're live on the air right now. Let me go ahead and let you get set up, and then absolutely.
Yeah, we can see already.
Yeah. You can leave that there. We are talking a little bit about 4th of July and things like that. So welcome in. Down here at Studio 14, we love visitors. Studio 14 Douglas. Part of the show today is we are going to start working on our 4th of July plans. We've got a couple parades that are coming up, and WRMN will actually be covering the parades as well and live streaming through video on the YouTube side. So without further ado, let me introduce Amanda Harris with the City of Elgin. Thank you very much for being here with us today, madam.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Happy to be here.
Yeah. This is Ben. This is my executive producer.
Hello. Hi.
Nice to meet you. It's really nice to meet you as well. We are starting to put together summer plans now, right? This is I know it's technically still spring, but here in the Chicagoland area, we have like 4 days this year we had of spring, and now we're back to
yeah, it feels like it, right?
So you put the plans together as everything starts warming up. The trees definitely know it's summertime just over the horizon. So what are some of the major events that are going to happen on the 4th of July celebration here in the city?
Ooh, dang. Well, so our parade is excellent. And I'm not just saying that because I work for the city. It really is. I am not from Illinois. I'm from the South, where parades are a very different flavor of thing. So my first time seeing the parade in Elgin, I was like, what is happening?
What are the differences?
Yeah, I'm curious. What is it? Yeah, let's hear.
So where I'm from, it's very much like, ladies sitting on the convertibles with the waving.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then it's like, 5 or 6 vehicles, and then there's the Strawberry Queen, because I'm from a town that it was the strawberry capital.
It's more about the cars and the people.
The cars and the people, and then everybody throws candy, and then you go home. That was it. So when I came to Elgin and I saw that there's so many spectators, and it's not just about, the cars and the people, there's also performers, and there's entertainment, and there's activity. I was like, oh.
And bands and floats.
Yeah.
Balloons. Yeah, I could see where the difference would be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
it's a little more Victorian down in the South.
yeah, really leaning into it there. So It's great. So we're bringing the parade back, same as it ever was, but with some new faces. And,
so you're bringing it back, and is I guess you kind of took a hiatus during the pandemic, but how long has the Elgin Parade been around? How long has Elgin been doing it?
Well over 20 years.
My goodness. Okay.
Yeah. I want to say that last year was year 25 with the hiatus, kind of taken into account there. I'm sure Jeff Meyer from Elgin Today will correct me. I feel like he said 25 years last time that we chatted about it, and I think that was last year. So it's been going for a long time. Wow.
Is there anything new that you've brought in kind of in this new era of post-pandemic? Is there anything new that you've brought in, or maybe like a safety precaution or something that you've changed here or there than what it has looked in previous parades?
Safety is always the number one concern.
Absolutely.
We're really lucky. We have such an amazing team of humans who work on this. It's certainly not just special events. Everything that we do is the police department, the fire department, public works, land management. It's everybody that makes this happen. So they have a super detailed safety plan that includes all sorts of stuff. That they're always updating, making sure that they're really cognizant of. But as far as entertainment goes, we're bringing back the Jesse White tumblers, which are a crowd favorite.
Wow.
Yeah, we're really excited to have them back. Awesome. This year we also have the Actors Gymnasium coming. Also from Chicago, so they're going to bring a stilt walker and a juggler, and
wow.
Can you imagine walking on stilts that entire parade? That must be exhausting.
Yeah, absolutely. Right? You might be able to get there with less steps, though.
Maybe, right? Longer strides.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nice view. Yeah.
I only got my 5,000 steps in, but I'm a stilt walker.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I walked 18 miles.
Correct.
It builds dexterity too. So
and then, of course, the pep parade, which is the thing I'm probably most excited about. So.
Oh, and so is Ben. He was asking about how to get into the pet parade. Is it all pets? Is it?
And the regulation more so. I have a bearded dragon, so I have a little carrying case for him. Yeah, no, he's a great little guy.
Yes. So domesticated pets, like don't show up with a tiger.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That will go really poorly.
Guy.
Raccoons.
Yeah, no, don't do that. My daughter would love that. Her favorite animal is a raccoon, so she would die. So pet parade registration also on the city website, super easy. Domesticated animals, it's a shorter route and it happens just before the parade. I'm really, really excited about it.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I was curious also, is there it's centered around Anderson Animal Shelter? Are we walking animals from Anderson Shelter?
No, we're not this year. So I think, this is kind of the toe in the water. Let's see how it goes, that kind of thing. But, the 4th of July, everybody always wants to bring their pets out. But with fireworks, it's really difficult. And so we wanted to figure out a way to bring pets into this event in a safe way. And this felt like a really good one, but also the 4th of July is really, really hot. So doing it in the morning is a super good way to try to, balance that need. So we'll see. Everything could go terribly. But.
And it's a great way to prime the 4th of July parade with everything else too. So even then, if you talk about pets and everything else, there are also people with sensory, hindrances or sensory sensitivity that may be a better parade to take them to as well. So like I remember when I took my daughter down to our first Pride parade down in the city, she was really, really young. And because of the drumming and the band,
sensory overload.
Yeah, it was just, okay, we have to leave the middle of the parade because now we've got a screaming baby adding to that noise to somebody else. Yeah. So this may be something to take younger people to as well that can see that not only because of the great animals, but also because of the more milder atmosphere. And it's almost like a great appetizer for the main event.
Exactly, yeah. And because it's along the same route, right? We're not looking for multiple parking places. You're really, you can park, you can stay, you can watch just this piece. It is a shortened route.
Once you call dibs, there you go. You don't even have to.
Exactly, right? You can pop up your chair and be done, and then you can leave whenever it makes sense to you. Yeah.
That's neat. So part of being part of the cultural arts department, how have you added other cultures and represented people in the parade?
Oh, I mean, that's a thing that we're never going to be able to say, we did it,
We
right?
did everybody? Yeah, there's always somebody.
There's never a checkbox that you could be like, mission accomplished. So that's something that we're always just saying, what are we missing? And that's a question we ask every single year.
And leaving it open to anybody as well.
Right. And so we do a lot of what I like to call sleuthing. So I look at other, communities, I look at other towns, I look at other events, and I'm like, oh, that's an excellent troop. Let's see if we can reach out to them. And so we send out requests as early as January and February and say, hey, would you like to come and participate in our parade? And that kind of thing. And so it really is about doing the research into not just Elgin, but the surrounding areas and how we can bring those, cultures and those performing groups here just for, if anything, just for visibility. I mean, last year we had a Hawaiian group participate for the first time.
Oh, wow.
So it really is just about continuing to ask that question and doing additional research.
So the parade's the main event. What else can we do here while we're here for the parade?
Yeah, so in the morning, do the parade, do the pet thing. And while Anderson's is not going to have animals that you can adopt this year, there is a donation area, right? So if you love the beasts, I do love the beasts, you can drop off donations at City Hall. So you'll be able to drop things off. All those donations go directly to Anderson's. And it's going to be extra super duper cute. And then following the parade down at Festival Park, we have our big celebration that evening.
Oh, great. And that's where the stage and everything else. I went down to Festival Park just last weekend, and it is amazing. The kids are coming over, I think, Friday to go hang out down there as well and maybe hit the splash pad and a few other things. It is a fantastic area. If anybody wanted to put on an event over at Festival Park, where do they go to apply for that?
elginil.org/special events.
Awesome.
Yeah, I haven't been up there yet, so.
Oh, you haven't? Oh my goodness!
Should have brought my bike.
What I love about it is when you walk down Grove and keep going down, you eventually hit the park, but the whole time you've got like almost like a blinder because of the buildings and everything else. As soon as you come into the park, you are face to face with the river, with everything. It is really neat. It's a really cool feeling.
Elgin snapshot.
Yeah.
Where's the best place to park, or if anybody is coming that doesn't usually come downtown, what is the easiest way to get here for the parade?
So parking for both the parade and the celebration, if you go to elginil.org/July 4, there's a parking link, and you can see where all the downtown free parking is located.
Okay.
There are multiple lots that are free in downtown that are all marked there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and people do start posting up for the parade as early as 6 o'clock, let me tell you.
I'm sure. Yeah, no, there's always dibs situations.
Yes.
But as far as parking, though, Elgin is so good with the parking. So
there's lots and lots of parking.
Absolutely. Yeah. Other than the 4th of July, what other events do we have looking forward to for this summer?
So many, but before we move on from the 4th, I have to give a tiny shout out for the celebration that's happening that night. So we have 3 bands.
Yes.
So the headliner band we're bringing in is coming in from Nashville. It's a super band. So a super band is a band that is made up of band members from other bands.
Okay.
Love it. Yeah.
So I'm really, 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 really excited about this band. And I'm going to get some of these things wrong, some of these details wrong. So it will be right on the website. So, but we have some of the band members are from Journey and from Steely Dan. And they've created this like amazing jam band. And they're going to be here and they're going to be playing during the fireworks. They have a great set that they've planned, and I'm really excited about that. And then we have a pie eating contest sponsored by Paul's, so that you can, bring your kids, bring your family, bring your husband, bring your hungry people, whoever. Yeah. And then we're going to have the pie eating contest, and then we'll have a few photo props, and then our giant light bright is too.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is it all the same type of pie? Do you have a choice of?
I don't have that answer
Okay,
yet.
go to the website. What's the website then where people could?
elginil.org/July 4.
All right.
Yeah, so we reached out to Pulse. We were like, we have this weird idea. And they were like, yes, we're in.
No, that's perfect fair.
Right, July 4.
Activity.
We were racking our brain. We thought, what is like July 4th Americana? So with that, we have
very cool.
Kind of like wooden, vintage Americana games that people can play. Everything's free, and then we're building a Mount Rushmore photo prop that has heads that you can remove, so you can stick your head in.
Fun.
Yeah. So
you could choose which president.
Yes.
Face
you want to replace.
Yes, and then if you don't have 4 humans, then you can just close the little door, and
that's
you're not
neat.
by yourself. Yeah. So 4th of July is gonna be really fun.
5 o'clock, Secondhand Soul kicks off. Then we've got iPop at 6:30, and then American Vinyl All-Star Band kicks off at 8:30 all the way to 10, with fireworks at around 9:20 is what you're looking for. So spend the whole day downtown.
Yeah.
That's the best part about it, is while you're waiting for the 5 o'clock show, you get a parade in the morning, go out and get some lunch, enjoy a lot of different places, especially our new place next door, the Wrmn Stop.
Yep.
Check that out. There's a lot of different sit-down restaurants of pub fare. There is authentic Mexican food that is over here now that we've got a Mediterranean place as well. And then the different cafes and things like that, if you just wanted to kind of like have a tapas type of
There's so
type of
much
day.
to do. Like some downtowns, if you were stuck there, quote unquote stuck there for 12 hours, you wouldn't know what to do. But there's so much you can just walk around and have a good time at downtown Elgin.
It's true. And then at 5 o'clock, go over there to Festival Park and be a part of that. Parking. Center Park Garage is also going to be open. That's Symphony Way in Douglas. Spring Street Garage will also be open. Spring and Highland. Fulton Street Garage, Fulton and Spring, and the library lot will be open. But parking will be a little bit restricted over at the library lot because, again, it's a library. People still need to use the library that's there. But no, enjoy a fantastic time downtown. Donated prizes from Dogtopia and Critters Pet Shop are all happening during the parade. If you need to fill out a form, there is that fill out form there. The City of Elgin also has it along with elginil.org. So a lot of it is you can Google the 4th of July parade, and more than likely they can follow you for the social media aspect. Where can they follow you for those?
City of Elgin.
City of Elgin?
It's that easy.
Wow, that's amazing. Keep it easy for us.
Yeah.
So what else do we have going on? Because I know there's like concerts in the park and some movie nights. And what have we got going on in store for us this year?
I mean, honestly, between the stuff that the city is doing and between the stuff that the community is doing, if you're bored in Elgin, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, no, so we have concerts in the park. We have one tonight happening out at Lord's Park. It's going to be great. Movies in the park kick off in July. Those are going to be great. We have some movies on the lawn that happen over by the Hemmons on the South Lawn. Those are more for like, your date night. You're going with your friends. Those are all a slightly weird kind of thing.
Bring a blanket.
Yes. So one of those, we have an Adam Sandler double feature where you can come and play like a round of mini golf and have a drink, and because we're playing Happy Gilmore, so mini golf, right? But also dress like Adam Sandler. That's going to be so weird and comfortable.
So sweatpants,
exactly,
and a big old like XXX shirt.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Doesn't that sound amazing?
Yeah.
I was like, sign me up. That sounds
my wife
great.
showed me the other day. She's like, I dress like Adam Sandler.
Most of us do.
And I said, that's fine. You're comfortable.
Just a hockey jersey.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you need.
See, this is a date night for all people. So, we have that, and then Into Summer Bash is coming August 10th. So we have the drone show coming back, which is a huge crowd favorite. We're really, really excited about that, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff. Into Summer Bash is going to be crazy.
That sounds crazy. We've also got the Juneteenth coming up as well. Saturday, June 15th, the Festival Park again. the African American Coalition of Kane County is going to put on an event, and this doesn't seem to be the first one. How many have they put on before?
Oh, I don't want to lie.
Oh, okay.
A lot. So they used to do this event years and years ago, and then they took a hiatus for some time. I want to say this is the third or the fourth one since they've come back.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You can go to africanack.org/Juneteenth to know more about that as well. And then you also said there's a bunch of places and things that I need to bring blankets to. So I need, let's just get a checklist. Movies, concerts, and just amazing picnics on beautiful days like today.
Yeah. Honestly, just keep one in your car. That's what I do.
Always be ready for a picnic.
Always be ready for a picnic. Yeah.
Good motto.
That's it. And then also to get back to that cultural representation, we also have La Fiesta de Elgin that's coming up in September as well. And that is the returning Mexican Independence Day celebration, La Fiesta de Elgin, on September 13th and 14th in downtown. This event brings together community partners, including the Gail Borden Library, Centro de Información, Elgin Hispanic Network, and Friends of the Masons. So that looks like it is going to be another fantastic event down at Festival Park. So you might as well just pick a weekend and just drive down to Festival Park. Even if there's not a big event that's going on, there's still so many things to do while you're over there. Wonderful park. There is the splash pad that's over there.
Have you seen the new lights at night at the splash pad?
Get out of town.
They're amazing.
I've seen them during the day, but
drive past at night. Go play. They're beautiful.
That is amazing. It sounds fun.
It's
Is that a new edition?
The lights are new. Yeah, they're beautiful, and they light up, and it's so cute. The little kids go bananas.
It's like part of the show.
Yes, it's very
cool.
Disneyland-esque.
Oh, awesome! Elgin, it's a picturesque town.
If you want to reach out to Amanda Harris, Department of Cultural Events and Special Events Director, that is Harris_A at cityofelgin.org and 847-931-6019. Thank you very much for coming in. I really appreciate you talking with us.
Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Yeah, this is great. Oh my goodness, Ben, I can't wait. The boss lady's coming in Friday with the kids.
Nice.
So hopefully tomorrow, I guess, Friday. Yeah. She's going to come in, and they're specifically, we're like, we want to do the splash pad.
We were talking about it yesterday. It's all about the pool in the summertime.
That's it. And I'm like, no, there are so many more things to go do. You need to be everywhere. So come downtown to Elgin. Also, continue to listen to Out to Lunch. This is WRMN 1410. We'll be right back after these messages.
As the Elgin Police Department continues to participate in the Distracted Driving campaign, they wanted to share some tips from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration website regarding safe driving. If you are expecting a text or need to send one, pull over and park your car in a safe location. Once you are safely off the road and parked, it's safe to text. Designate your passenger as your designated texter. Allow them to access your phone to respond to calls or messages. Do not engage in social media scrolling or messaging while driving. Are you struggling not to text and drive? Activate your phone's Do Not Disturb feature or put your cell phone in the trunk, the glove box, or the back seat of your vehicle until you arrive at your destination. Remember, the Elgin Police are conducting directed patrols to enforce distracted driving violations. Just drive and stay safe. A message from our friends at the Elgin Police Department and your friends here at WRMN AM 1410 and 96.7 FM.
Open Book joins the WRMN lineup every Monday from 1 to 2 p.m. Tune in to Open Book with the Gail Borden Library as their team brings you the features and events the library offers. Educational, informational, and timely. Open Book includes the services Gale Board and Library offers, like the summer reading program. That's Open Book, every Monday at 1 p.m. with the Gale Board and Library. Brought to you thanks to KCT Credit Union, where your financial well-being is their top priority.
Microsoft has new computers that put AI first, this special category called Copilot Plus PCs. They have minimum specs plus a chip just for AI. The company unveiling the first Surface devices with the designation, powered by Qualcomm chips, not Intel. One notable AI feature is called Recall. It lets your computer remember everything you do so that you can find files, images, and websites later. More tech news tips on Rich on Tech.
Every Saturday from 1 to 4, right here on WRMN.
Searching for a financial partner that truly has your best interest at heart? Join KCT Credit Union, where they're more than just a bank. They're a not-for-profit financial cooperative. KCT members are owners, meaning profits go back to you in the form of lower loan rates, higher savings rates, and fewer fees. Experience personalized service that puts you first. Become a part of KCT, where your financial well-being is their top priority. Visit kctcu.org. Each account insured up to $250,000 by member's choice. This institution is not federally insured. Discover the authentic taste of Italy at Massiano's Pizza and Pastaria of Elgin. There is one inexhaustible aspect of everyday life that never dulls, namely the simple pleasure of eating and drinking. Massiano's wants to make sure that this is the best part of your day. Visit Massianos.com and sign up to view their special offers all year long. Delivery, carry out, or dine in, enjoy it anyway, because life is good at Massiano's.
Welcome back to Out to Lunch, WRMN. Check us out on the YouTube side. That's right, we stream on YouTube. youtube.com/@WRMN Radio. Let me kick you on there, Benjamin.
Radio.
Yeah,
that's what we're on.
That's right. It's not just podcasting or things like that. We talk about shows and things like that. And I think that's what Ben and I are going to spend the rest of Out to Lunch talking about. We're going to talk about shows. We're going to talk about we've touched on it before, and it's the big B word, biases. We've touched on it. Right now, I have a bias. A built-in bias, Ben.
Built-in bias?
Already.
Ben?
Here's my built-in bias,
Is it towards
Ben.
alliteration?
I hope not. Maybe my favorite.
There's so much alliteration.
Maybe of why I like it so much. But my built-in bias is getting the audience to listen to me. So I have to do or say or package or whatever my message for that bias.
Yeah.
And that's before I even get to the message. Mm-hmm. Right? That's already there. So it already has to be infotainment or infotaining, if that's the direction I want to go, or just entertaining in general or whatever. But at the end of the day, I need, like if I was a theater, it's butts in seats. If I'm a television show, it's eyeballs on screen.
Yeah.
For radio, it's ears on transducers. I don't know. I don't know what else. Speakers, ears on speakers.
Yeah. Most people have a reason for why things, words come out of their mouth. Usually,
yeah, that's true. For the message, right? You want somebody to listen.
Yeah.
So that's the already built-in bias. So now let's talk into the message bias. Message bias is when I say my opinion, and I have a bias towards whatever my opinion is. That is what a bias is. That's where it goes. I don't like olives. Don't like them.
Yeah.
I am biased towards olives.
On your food.
On my food, that's what it is. I like ice cream, but I prefer rainbow sherbet, which technically isn't an ice cream. But still stands.
22 there, yeah.
But that's what I mean. But that's what I mean is now I have a favorite bias, right? It's not a negative bias. It's a positive bias towards a thing.
Right.
Right? So it's that same kind of concept. So when I have a conversation with you, Ben, about a thing and we exchange ideas, we are exchanging biases. I'm talking about my bias, you're talking about your bias, and maybe our biases come together, or maybe they don't. Oh, I hate traffic. Oh, I hate traffic too.
Right.
We're both biased against traffic. To have that conversation. Now, when you turn around and you say a thing that is assumed to be centered or assumed to be neutral, has bias upon it, then you turn around and say, well, wait a minute, hold on, that's not there. Here's an example. Pet show. I have a pet show. I talk about my pet show that's here. Because it is my pet show, I get to pick the pets that are on my pet show and the facts and the things that I have for my pet show. So that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to open up the phone lines, and that's the issue is it's okay to be biased. Oh my goodness. I broke the world, man. It's okay to be biased.
Oh, no,
Get out of here.
Now everybody's going to be biased.
Oh my goodness. You're saying
Biased.
it's okay for me to be biased? Oh my God.
As long as you're upfront, like honestly
Yes,
biased.
Absolutely. Your biases do not affect another person's life, liberty, pursuit of happiness.
Yeah.
That's it. By all means, that right there is the seed start for tolerance.
Yeah. And then, so many biases fall not into the category of not disrupting other people. So just know that there's going to be blowback from your biases that don't fit into the normal structure of,
like my ice cream and olives,
not hurting people
thing, right? My ice cream and olive side. Or I prefer to go slightly faster on the road than everybody else.
Right.
Now, as long as I am still obeying the traffic laws and as long as I am still not putting anybody else in danger, I can pick whatever bias I want, right? Of my speed.
Yeah. But you know that taking the risk and traveling faster on the highway is, you assume that
and that's
responsibility.
And that's the reasoning for my bias.
Mm-hmm.
See, you can always have that bias, but what's the reason behind it? Is it because on my pet show, I talk about dogs because I am a dog owner.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I talk about it.
Yeah.
If I have a political show and the horse that I have in the race, to kind of stick with the animal analogy, is a certain color, that's a built-in bias. Absolutely. Now, if I present myself without bias and say this is a 100% unbiased pet show, we will cover all topics of all pets equally, and then proceed to be biased with my dog, now I am a hypocrite.
Absolutely. Well,
These are what words are.
It really comes down to it doesn't look good when you blatantly lie.
It's there.
If you say, this is a show about everything, and then it's literally all just like mice running through mazes. Welcome to my pet show. We're going to cover all pets. This week it's Elephant Week, and it's just mice running through mazes every week.
That's it. On our way out, let's do our shout outs here. Certified comes in and says, built-in bias, wow, quick wit, or laugh at myself, or sarcastic humor. Yeah, that's it. You want that. You have a bias through things that are entertaining.
Right, yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. It's the ultimate truth or whatever is if people like it, if it's going to be popular, if it's
deep subject bias.
Cream rises to the top.
I like
as biased as you want.
I like a deep well, controlling, not allowed. Bias is a prejudging word, or ensure their freedom of speech. Built-in bias, deep yet in controlling your bias. See, that's where the hypocrisy comes in. Now, if I tell you that I am an unbiased person and I proceed to be biased, then by all means, call me a hypocrite.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to tell you I am not biased and I try to run a centered thing and I don't, then yes, please point it out. I need somebody to point it out and take me back to my messaging.
I think that's the real reason behind free speech. You know? And that's kind of like the whole idea of America, if you think about it. Like other places, you can't call out the BS that you see in front of your eyes, and here you can. And at the same time, it puts the onus on the people who are supposed to recognize these biases to be accurate about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and by all means, people who share the same biases, they could get pretty popular.
Yeah,
and it not based on factual type of information.
And you find your people when you say this.
Yeah,
hey, I am
better
this
or worse.
thing, right? Saying you have a religion. If I turned around and said I am a Hindu, I am a Christian, I am a Baha'i,
right
there, I am putting up a bias, which is okay. It's okay to like things. It's okay to not like things. It's not okay to discriminate because of the things that you like and don't like. See that now we're working right back into words. Voltaire says,
the guy who bigged Tom Hanks.
Oh yeah, Voltaire. Yeah,
and
that
big.
Guy. Maybe, I don't know. Is that the guy? No, that's no. Anyway,
he
says Voltaire. He says it is better to be thought a fool and quiet than it is to say something and remove all doubt.
Yes.
I am the opposite way. If you're a dummy, say things.
Please.
Say lots of things. If I don't agree with you, say things too. If I agree with you, say things. I want everybody to talk and communicate because it helps me decide my life and who the people I want in it are.
Right. I'll be right there babbling too.
Out to lunch. We're going to continue this bias talk right after the news. Maybe the news will be biased. Maybe it won't be. You decide. Homework.
After the C-section, when Dad injured his back, when your basketball star tore his ACL, opioids helped with the pain, and you held on to them just in case. But did you know holding on to unused opioids puts your family at risk? Opioids are powerful pain-reducing prescription medicines, but most people who are prescribed opioids don't finish their prescriptions. So millions of unused opioids are sitting in homes across the country. And tragically, more than 100 Americans die every day from overdoses involving opioids. What can you do to protect your family? Remove the risk of unused opioids from your home. Pills, patches, or syrups in drawers, purses, and cabinets, anywhere they might be hiding. To find out how to dispose of them properly, visit www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 1 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by Bank of America Merrill Investments. Today's the final day to register if you want to be part of Elgin's 4th of July parade happening July 4th in downtown Elgin. Those interested can sign up on the City of Elgin website to secure their spot. Metro experiencing delays on Tuesday after a woman was struck by a train. The incident occurred just after 6 o'clock as the train approached the station. It's believed the woman was in a crosswalk at the time. Injuries reported include harm to her arm, and she's currently receiving treatment at a local hospital. He has not been identified. The Lord's Park Zoo in Elgin is buzzing with excitement as they introduce Buffy, the newest bison, to join the family. Buffy, a young orphan from Diamond Tail Ranch in Colorado, weighs about 600 pounds and has been brought to the zoo to provide companionship to Dakota, the zoo's other resident bison. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
At Progressive, we know how much you love your recreational vehicles, so we decided to record this commercial in an RV.
With a family on vacation.
Mom, who are these people?
Oh, that's Flo and Jamie. They're recording a commercial, sweetie.
Don't they do that in the studio?
Normally.
No.
But we wanted to feature a family who bundled their home and RV and saved with Progressive.
Yeah, it looks like you're all out of chips.
Okay, I think we'll just drop you off at the next gas station.
Bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
With your choice of select sandwich, nugs, fries, and a drink, Wendy's $5 biggie bag is your go-to. Your nugget wing man. Your hot and crispy fry co-pilot.
Just like us. We're like the bag boys.
What?
Bag boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
For a deal you can count on, bet on Biggie and choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Bag boys.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes choice of JVC or crispy chicken sandwich with 4-piece nugs, junior fry, and small soft drink. Third-party delivery pricing may be higher.
Your kids could get free or low-cost health coverage from Medicaid or CHIP. Even if you've applied before, they may be eligible now. Kids up to age 19 are covered for checkups, vaccines, dentist visits, hospital care, and more. And if they already have Medicaid or CHIP, remember to renew every year. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 877-KIDS-NOW. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Adrenaline Monkey is located inside the LifeZone 360 building on Route 72 in West Dundee. Release your inner wild child at Adrenaline Monkey. It's the area's highest octane indoor adventure center. Perfect for the whole family, too. Adventurers of all ages can try Ninja Warrior obstacles, rock climbing, vertical adventures, and aerial course. Adrenaline Monkey can also host your organization's team building programs. Half-day and full-day sessions are available. Visit adrenalinemonkeyfun.com/WD.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Cubs beat the White Sox 7-6 on Wednesday. Hector Neris improves to 6-0. The losing skid for the White Sox is hit 13. Mike Tauchman won it with a home run in the bottom of the ninth. It was his fifth shot of the season and first career game-ending homer. The White Sox open a series against Boston tonight. It'll be right-hander Jake Woodford getting the ball. Boston counters with Tanner Houck. The Cubs open a 4-game series at Cincinnati today. They've not announced their rotation for the series, but the Reds will go with righty Hunter Green tonight. Today is the last day of mandatory minicamp for the Bears. Then the attention shifts to training camp in late July. Quarterback Caleb Williams continues to grow in the role. That said, head coach Matt Eberflus knows he'll have to be patient with the rookie. The Bulls have hired Billy Donovan's son, Billy Donovan III, to become the head coach of their G League affiliate, the Windy City Bulls. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Macy's Friends and Family is going on right now, and it's the perfect time to save on Father's Day gifts. Use your coupon or Macy's card and take an extra 30% off designers he loves, like Hugo, Lacoste, and more. And 15% off skincare, fragrance, and grooming, too. Plus, shop Father's Day specials for even more great deals. Give love today at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a colonial with high ceilings, hardwood floors, and a peaceful neighborhood. And you found it. Now, every Saturday at 6 a.m., you get to wake to the sound of your neighbor's leaf blower. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us.
Let me tell you a story about Bill. Bill was a normal guy in his 50s. He had back surgery about 2 years ago. Bill was in a lot of pain. He dealt with his pain by taking the Percocets his doctor prescribed for him. Bill took more and more and more of them to help with the pain, until one day the prescriptions weren't enough to get rid of Bill's pain. Then one day Bill found someone to help him get rid of the pain with illegal drugs he didn't need a prescription for. Fast forward to today. Bill lost his job and his family. The only thing he does have is his drug dealer. If you know Bill's story and you don't want to end up like Bill, call the Detox and Treatment Helpline right now to get away and get treatment.
800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. 800-694-1127. Call right now. Help is standing by. 800-694-1127.
Welcome back to Out to Lunch, WRMN. That's WRMN, the 1410 flavor. You can find us at the dial, WRMN 1410, AM dial, FM soon to come. We'll get there. You can also find us on the internets. That's a great place to find us. You can listen to the audio on the internet side of it. Go to WRMN1410.com. At WRMN1410.com, you should also see the old YouTube link right there. Big old rectangle to the left of the home screen right there. I think if you're on mobile, it might be stacked on there if you're on your phone. But go ahead and go to WRMN on the YouTube side. Great discussion as we are going on through there. To join us on that discussion is our great executive producer, Ben Demonia Boquist. Thank you, sir.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy hour 2 of Out to Lunch.
Hey,
2-hour lunch.
That's it, 2-hour lunch.
2-hour lunch.
That's it. Yes. A 2-hour lunch, maybe you don't get stranded on an island. Maybe you're stranded on like a peninsula instead for the 2-hour lunch.
Right.
What we're going to talk about today is biases. We talk about media literacy often. Media literacy comes with a lot of just reading. How do you get better at reading? Well, you read books. How do you get better at media literacy? Well, you read, watch, and be a part of the media ecosphere. Thank you for dropping that off. I appreciate it. Consume, right? Have a robust diet of different biases. Let's look at it as a. You ever hear the old wives' tale of poison? Where you can kind of take little drops of poison and eventually you build up an immunity to it, right?
It's kind of like the band Poison.
Kind of like the band, yeah. You little drops of poison that you can do on that side, I guess. Yeah. Little drops. Do a song at a time, but eventually you can get through 3 songs at a time and then 4 songs. No, I'm saying like the little drops of poison. Like they talk about assassins, how they're like, oh, I don't want to be killed by my own poison in case I get hit, so they build up an immunity.
Like the cowboy sings a sad song so he doesn't feel so sad.
and every rose has that thorn.
Yeah, it's just nature.
But the flu, right? You get a little piece of the flu in your vaccine, and then you start to build that inoculation to it. Yeah, the antibodies, your body starts to fight against it. The ancient proverbs tell you to picture yourself as a giant ocean bringing in a dirty stream. And because you are such a giant ocean, the stream does not affect you. Right?
Brackish.
That's how they kind of look. Yeah, or brackish is how they look at it that way. And then you can have that weird thing where they like hit in the middle. But analogy aside, what you need to do is you need to read everything. And I'm sorry. How do you know your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Yeah.
You go through. If I didn't, it's. I guess that's life.
Again, though, talking about biases, there are people who are like, they just have their favorite, like they've maybe tried 2 types of ice cream. They're just, this is all I need. Yeah, that's fine. Like I don't, let my bias affect me in judging someone else's how they like their ice cream.
Okay, basically. You're saying like there are people out there that said, nope, this is it. This is what I've got. This is what I like because this is what my daddy liked because his daddy liked it and they'd liked it.
I like butter pecan ice cream because this is the best ice cream. I've only tried butter pecan and whatever vanilla, but I like butter pecan. And, and someone's like, it's really good if you put sprinkles on there. You should try this with that. And just if that's the decision that people have made, then maybe, just let them enjoy the butter pecan. And
And I get that. I absolutely get that.
When someone like who's an ice cream sundae connoisseur will go, oh yeah, you've never tried the Sunday bar that is this or that or the other thing. But
we've met those people before, right?
Yes.
The best thing I can compare that to is the craft beer guy.
Yes, exactly.
Craft beer guy's like, you drink Coors.
Exactly. Yeah, you should really try that. Well, I like IPAs as well, but
absolutely. So it's that same kind of thing. Also, in our, if it works somewhere, it works somewhere else, right? Is usually the goose and gander type of thing. So you would think that this same type of concept works for our political side as well, right? We've all find that flavor, we all go. I respect somebody who knows their flavor because, honestly, I respect them more because they tried other flavors. But I also respect somebody who turns around and says, no, this is my flavor. This is where I go.
Exactly. Yeah.
Now, that's where you turn around and you have to make the decision. Do I continue to have a discussion and a discourse with this person? And maybe we have a discussion about maybe why our two flavors of ice cream are different and better for each other or what have you, right? And that's fun sometimes to talk about it. Talk to any sports guy at all. If they are popping into your head sports guy, throw another sports guy in there. Any two sports guys aren't going to agree with each other.
Yeah, they're this guy fan. Especially in when you watch sports today, they're usually ex-players, so they have that bias kind of built in when you think about it's like with playoffs, and you see Troy Aikman calling the Cowboys game, and he's going to be a little excited when they're up, kind of thing. So,
and that's back to that biases.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but that doesn't mean he's not going to call a touchdown for the other two. Yeah,
exactly. He's not going to call it.
Like, that didn't happen. And nothing happened
because they respect the rules of the game. We've already got a caller hopping in. Looks like Cleveland Dennis is on deck.
Hey.
Go ahead, buddy. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, thank you. I liked the interview earlier. It was interesting with what she had to say. But, you guys were talking about the splash pad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you been down to Festival Park?
Many times with the kids, the grandkids, and the great-grandkids. But last year, I thought that thing was broken down and it was going to cost like $1 million to fix it.
Oh, I don't know. Somebody fixed it. Hopefully it didn't cost $1 million.
And they added lights.
Well, hopefully not. But at the time, this goes back, I don't know how long ago, like a year ago, that they were talking about, they didn't have it in use for a year, and it was all down to the computerization of the operation from within the building where it was set up, or next to the little building where it was set up next to the splash pad, that it wasn't going to be working with the lights and the colors and the power of the flow of the water up and down. But all of a sudden it's working. I don't get it. I'm scratching my head.
Oh, I mean,
that's really all I got. It's a question to ask the listeners. Somebody out there's got to know. I'd like to know.
Yeah, I'll put an investigation on it because I'm not sure when it was fixed. It's been at least fixed for the last couple of weeks that the boss lady's been around. So
interesting.
Yeah, so I'm not sure when they fixed it.
Yeah, it sounds like some maintenance had to be done after probably the pandemic, I would guess. You said it hadn't been working for over a year, so probably something like that. Health related. Again, I'm not sure of the story, so we'll look into it out there.
And neither am I. I mean, it's been a while, and I'm thinking the splash pad, I thought they were not going to have it in use and blah, blah, blah. But, hey, if somebody can bring us up to date, that would be great. I like the fact that you're going to do an investigation, Sonar.
Yeah, well, we'll put it together and see what if there's any other articles of when they put it back together or something.
Someone figured it out.
We'll scour the internet. I'm sure somebody reported on it.
That'd be cool. I'll be waiting.
Thank you, sir.
Awesome.
Thanks for listening.
Be effective. Thank you.
Will do.
Thanks.
Always be effective.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cleveland Dennis, #1 caller.
That's the other thing is be effective, Semper Gumby, always flexible.
Oh, all right, yeah.
Good.
Gumby, damn it.
Yeah. #1 caller, #1 chatter is still Catherine. And back to the deep subject as she goes. Let's see here. I almost get contradictory. Everyone is biased inadvertently. Yes, everyone is biased inadvertently. Yes. Inadvertently biased. Yes, thank you. Sorry, I don't use that word too often. Thank you for letting me stretch. Example, right? She's got an example here. I don't like buffaloes. They're imprinted on nickels. Therefore, I don't like nickels. Yeah, sometimes that happens to people.
Sure, yeah.
They turn around and maybe there's a traumatic event that happened to something. People get triggered by weird things.
Or how about the ultra-capitalistic approach of a bias of old Buffalo nickel that was worth a lot of money at the 1903?
And she continues, nickels have worth to everyone, to your point, because they are worth something, right?
Yeah.
So societally, if I don't like buffaloes and I don't like nickels, I'm not going to go throughout the world and remove a value that is given to the world just so that it removes me having to look at something because I'm biased.
Right, yeah. Or it's within your rights to ignore, all the Buffalo nickels, but there's that one, the 1903 out there, if you come across that.
And now you've got...
thousandaire.
And now you've got the sole problem here, buddy. You've hit it. You hear about the world... You're not the center of the world, right?
Yeah. The universe.
The universe. But then to you, Ben, you are the center of the world. To you, you're the center of your world.
From your point of perception, yeah.
Right? So we all want to change the world.
Don't want the world to change us.
Waiting on the world to change, right? On that side of it. We all want to change the world. Who says, Ben, you can't change your world?
Yeah, only you.
Yeah, I don't like buffalo nickels, so you know what I do? I don't use buffalo nickels. I don't like olives, Benjamin. Do you know what I do?
You don't.
I don't eat olives.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't need to.
Really, is that simple?
It's that simple. Do I need to take olives away from you, Ben?
No, absolutely not.
No. I don't need to change your world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just need to change mine.
Just know your own inherent biases.
WRMN's shining star, accept me or not, I'll still shine. That's true.
Fully accepted.
It's there. True, Ben and Sonar. We've got somebody else on the show today. Hey, Dean, what's happening, man?
How's it going, guys? I'm listening to your story, so I want to chime in, too.
Yeah.
I get that. It's just like you say, you don't like olives. This guy doesn't like hot jardiniere peppers, which I love. But there comes a common sense part of that, too.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think?
Absolutely.
I mean, do we have to be that sensitive? Do we have to be that negative? Do we have to be that judgmental on what somebody likes or doesn't want? Let them like what they want.
Dean, what happened to pick it off your pizza?
That's all.
What happened to that? What happened to that? That's the thing, is I would be ecstatic if every single time we ordered a pizza, it was an everything pizza. And the only thing we had to do was get our slice and take the things off.
I hate mushrooms. And even when you take a mushroom off, you still have a little residue for me. But you know what? I've learned to say, we're a group. There's 6 of us that order a pizza, so we all order everything. And maybe I don't like this or the other person doesn't like that. Just like you said, take that little piece off.
Compromise is such a dirty word, though, Dean.
You're with your friends. I mean, why wouldn't you want to do that?
And now he hit it on, Ben. You compromise with your friends.
Yes.
You compromise with the people you love. You even compromise with the people you respect.
And
you compromise with Ben?
With yourself.
With yourself. Yeah, there are compromises.
You know what?
That's you're brought to the table. I'm bringing my compromise to the table.
It goes to with the conversation that you had started talking earlier. Some people are offended. Oh, this is one-sided conversation. Well, it's really not one-sided conversation. It's one-sided view of that particular person. You have a right to give your side.
Yeah.
Now in our business, which is what we do here, we do sell airtime. And if somebody wants to have a radio show and they want their show about what they want to sell, whatever it is, It's their views. It's their product. Let them have their say. Now, if you're that much that you want to have a say, hey, you're free to have a show. Or even call in on one of the other shows and comment on it, and we'll try and get you an answer.
Have you guys ever been in a, an intervention or a place where you've got a whole bunch of people that all want something to say, right?
Sure.
What do you usually pass around? The talking stick, right?
Yeah.
Because it's not biased it's biased when you're talking because it's coming from a person. We're all biased. But when it's my turn, I am biased when I have the talking stick.
Right. And the premise of that is to afford you that opportunity, the total amount of time to just talk street talk, sell your case. I want to sell my case on what I want to say. So as long as I'm I got the talking stick in my hand. This is the power for the conversation.
Exactly.
And I'm going to talk. I get my 5 minutes. I'm done with it. I say, okay, here's your part now, Ben. What do you got to say about it?
Exactly.
And now I remain respectful and listen to his views. I may have comments, so I'll jot down on my notes what I want to talk about. And then when he affords me that, well, what'd you think about that? Well, I like it, but what about this or that? And I may be hell-bent on going one direction. But because of what he said, you could persuade me to look at something in a different way. Why can't we have, and again, there goes the compromise. One of my other jobs, I do the negotiating in most of our business because you have to give something up all the time when you negotiate. You just can't walk in. Look at the negotiators when they have all these hostage situations. I want a car, and I want a boat, and I want $2 million. Now, you know they're not getting all of that.
No.
But we're going to bring you some sandwiches. We're going to give you a phone to talk to us. What is it you really need? Well, I'm really upset you got my friend locked up, and this is what's going on. But everybody starts high when you want to sell something. You think your car is worth $10,000? Car's only worth $3,000. You got to start high. Maybe someone thinks it's worth the $10,000.
But
so it's compromise, and you have to work your way into the price.
But that compromise comes with two things, and even the conversation comes with two things. A thing of respect.
Yes.
You have to be like, hey, we're respecting each other's time, respecting everything that's there, and a good faith approach. If I come around in your same car negotiation side, you say 10,000, but if I came in off the cuff, 5 million. That's not a good faith approach.
Not at all.
That's me trying to bust your balls a little bit about something.
There's got to be a little bit of sensibility and some reasonable expectation of what the price is.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And that's where that good faith approach comes from.
And what's the other word that it goes into is respect. Respecting the other person and just being fair, and usually you can come to an agreement.
Absolutely. Catherine comes in here with this, but Mexico, generally a Catholic country, yet their new president, both a woman and I heard is Jewish. Right there. She says, unheard of, a woman president in Mexico.
Yeah, the first in history. I actually have that story prepped if you'd like.
That's great. Well, let's hit it on the break. I want to finish this conversation with Dean that's here. But you're absolutely right. There's cultural biases. There are gender biases. There are a lot of there are class biases. I mean, you turn around and you give Jeff Bezos a Spam sandwich. That guy, get out of town. That guy's going to think you're either quaint or like, well, this is disgusting.
But do we really know what Jeff Bezos
until we give it to him?
Until you either give it to him or talk to him. Maybe that's the way he came up. Not everybody who expresses and shows wealth by way of numbers, and everybody thinks they're worth all of that, either came from wealth or has to have that wealth.
Well, that's my bias.
I'm not money driven,
and that's my bias as a poor person.
Sure. Well, I got you. You know, I believe that if you have a couple dollars in your pocket and you're able to share it with somebody, share it with them. You know what our streets are like here. Elgin, there's quite a few homeless people around here. I never used to carry a lot of cash because I would you end up like everybody. You carry your debit card. So recently I've been carrying, a couple five singles, this, that, because there's always someone that's could use a little something.
You need a little help.
So you know what? Why not help them?
I like the approach of granola bars or something
whatever
like that.
it is that we have to do, we do.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
And it's back to that respect, and you compromise or respect the people that you work with or the people that you see back and forth. And for our side, the people that you hear. The biggest issue, to kind of bring it full circle of what we're talking about here, is have a large, robust diet of opinions.
Yes.
That's it. You need to go out there. And by all means, like you said, Ben, there are people that, to me, put their head in the sand and say, no, this is it. This is what I do. But I know those people, and I know to avoid their butts sticking up out of the ground.
How about this approach? Healthy bias versus unhealthy bias.
Ooh, absolutely. I have a healthy bias about like not eating garbage.
Yes.
Like literal garbage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My doctor said I had to stop.
Yeah, that's not good for the diet. But to a good point, you could have all these, we could all walk around with rubber show. Well, we can. Well, maybe this. Well, maybe somebody has to be in charge.
Yeah.
There has to be some benchmark. There has to be some sense of guidelines. There has to be some sense of, focus. Mm-hmm. Okay. You just can't be, willy-nilly, oh, we're going to do it this way today. Oh, we're going to do it that way today. It's just like, with these political parties that get in. Now it's all the Republicans. Okay, now they get now it's the Democrats. Now they get, what happened with working together?
Exactly.
What happened, it's all that we're talking about is the compromise. Have the compromise, but we still need to have a direction that's good for the majority of the people. I get there's minorities, and I get there's all the different little special interests that are out there. I respect them, and I understand where they're coming from. But you don't alter a whole program because of a single-digit percentage. You respect them, and you have them fit in, and we make them all a part of everything. Or maybe we're the ones that have to fit in with them.
And adjust.
So that's how I look at it. Not that they have to fit into my style. Maybe I have to bend to fit into their style. So how do we do this collectively and respectfully? That's, to me, it can't be no more simpler than that.
And that is
accessibility.
We're back to that same.
That's the birth of the nation. That's why you build a republic. A republic is a group of people that all agree on a set group of laws.
Yeah.
Welcome to the birth of America.
Hey.
Happy birthday.
This is us.
Agreed.
Coming right up. We're going to hit some more news as we go through Out to Lunch. We're going to hit a bottom of the hour break here. Get used to them. They're coming up soon. Out to Lunch, WRMN. I'm Dennis Sonar Green. That's Dino. That's Ben. We'll be right back on the other side.
Bender Dental Care, located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Bender Dental wants everyone to be informed, appreciated, and cared for at all times. To prove it, they now offer a new patient exam for just $29. That includes consult, x-ray, exam, and cleaning. Let Bender Dental help you have healthy teeth and gums for a lifetime. Located at 217 North McLean Boulevard in Elgin. Visit benderdentalcare.com.
Beef Villa's 3 locations offer much more than their signature Italian beef. Try the Italian sausage, roasted chicken, and more. There's a big variety of delicious side dishes. Beef Villa uses quality ingredients from homemade recipes, and they purchase top-of-the-quality food products from their vendors to bring you the absolute best tasting of foods. Beef Villa's great service and quality are waiting for you, but you won't be waiting long because it's always hot and fresh. Visit beefvilla.com. WRMN has been serving Elgin and the Fox Valley for 75 years, featuring a combination of local news, information, and entertainment in the mornings, followed by the radio shopping show for 5 hours each weekday. The first shift with Marky B starts your morning at 6 a.m., and it's always fun when Larry Jones is a part of the show.
Maybe we need to get a radio intern in to help.
Maybe so.
Somebody that you won't have to pay and you can treat them tough.
I can haze them.
Can't haze, you'll get fired. Remember that guy from Northwestern?
Yeah.
Gone.
Did he really do it?
You don't have to really do it. If someone somebody says you did?
Yeah.
Good enough. Maybe I'm going to accuse you of hazing me. I don't have to prove it.
And then there'll be a lot of people that come out of the
And
say that
say,
I also hazed
I
him.
remember when Mark hazed me. I've been hazed.
Mark hazed me back in 2012.
2012. I remember in Memphis one time. He was really mean to me.
It's first shift fun and information in the morning, combined with the radio shopping show to save you money. And you get it right here on WRMN AM 1410, WRMN 1410 Radio on Facebook, and WRMN1410.com.
Beef Villa is a family-owned restaurant that has been in business for over 50 years. With homemade recipes made with quality ingredients, Beef Villa's great service and quality is served hot and fast. For the menu, catering locations, or for an application to join the Beef Villa team, visit beefvilla.com. Saturdays mean cruise nights, weather permitting, on Spring Street in South Elgin. Visit beefvilla.com.
Roll into Bolero in Algonquin or Roselle and wake up with a story to tell. Bolero is bowling, gaming, dining, and nightlife with a twist. Score a sweet deal every day of the week and save big by checking out the daily deals online. Team up with your friends and hit the lanes by forming your own social club. Clubs offer lively competition and laid-back fun for everyone. From beginners to pros, make new friends, bowl, and hang out at a happening place. Visit Bolero.com.
Everyone has a community to lean on. A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. You've talked with your kids and shared clear expectations, but you're not with them every minute. Your community members, friends and relatives, teachers and coaches, faith leaders, and other important adults in your kids' lives can be your eyes, ears, and a supportive influence when you're not around, reinforcing your messages with your kids and alerting you to warning signs of underage drinking or other substance use. So talk with your kids about these issues and involve the members of your community to help keep your kids safe, because when you talk, they hear you.
Welcome back to Out to Lunch, WRMN. Right here, come down to downtown Elgin. We did talk with Amanda Harris, Cultural Arts and Special Events. You can find more about Elgin, elginil.gov is the place to be there. Or you could reach out to Amanda herself. That's Harris, Harris _A at cityofelgin.org. Super informative.
I learned about the pet parade and just everything, all the events going on at Festival Park downtown, which I still need to check out. I'm gonna go hang out there maybe later.
Have to. Maybe go over there after this. No, well, we got a meeting or something after.
Oh,
right, or
work.
Something. Oh my gosh, work. Boo, work. Lots of great things that are happening at the city of Elgin. We talked with her about the 4th of July parade and also the 4th of July pet parade and all of the great things that are happening. Kickoff for the concert is over at Festival Park at 5. I think that kicks off with Secondhand Band. Secondhand Band is the name of it. Also, iPop and American Vinyl Star Band, I think, are the 3 that are going to be performing.
Love it.
All good stuff that are happening. So now, while we can, we're going to hit some news just to finish out the rest of this. By all means, if you want to continue our bias conversation, the reason that we're talking about the news is because the news, in effect, is bias. And, of course, those example for this is a news story that just came out of the Epoch Times. So we talked about how everybody's biased. We talk about how biases are okay because everybody has them, as long as we don't, as long as we aren't the tail that wags the dog, right? We all have to be part of the body of what we do here. Agree to let everybody do. First Amendment, right? Congress shall make no laws for or against any established religion. That's the very first thing that's in there. So with the Epoch Times was actually rated low factuality, incredibly biased, and Ben has the repercussions of such.
Yeah, this is highlighting a story from CNBC.com. Epoch Times CFO Bill Guan is charged with an alleged $67 million global money laundering scheme.
Wow.
Yeah. So everybody's favorite epoch-centered...
Well, and it wasn't just because they lost a whole bunch of money that they went under. They just they aren't making their actual revenue either. So they're not making their revenue and the guy's stealing.
Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, it's the inherent biases. But to read the story, here's some key points from the article from CNBC.com. The finance chief of conservative global news outlet Epoch Times is arrested and charged with leading a years-long scheme to launder at least $67 million in illicit funds. The alleged scheme by Wei Dongguan and others involved cryptocurrency, paid debit cards, fraudulently obtained unemployment insurance benefits, and stolen personal identification information. According to federal prosecutors, the money laundering scheme caused tens of millions of dollars to be transferred to bank accounts linked to the media company, prosecutors alleged. So, yeah, basically, the fake news that people always make a big deal about. It's not always that easy to make money when you're constantly. It goes back to what we were talking about. Biases. You're free to be as biased as you want, but you're going to deal in that's your base and your sector, and you're not going to have as many opportunities to legitimately be a media company and make money if you're going to run it like that.
So it's the same kind of thing that if we're talking about our ice cream flavors, and I turned around and I said the only ice cream that I eat is Rocky Road and Ants, and you look at me and go, that sounds disgusting. I don't care. I like Rocky Road and Ants.
I've had crickets before.
Okay, yeah.
It's a thing. They have those at Safeco Park in Seattle when I visited there. They sell you little cups of crickets. It's pretty gross, but they're like chili lime. It's protein.
But if I was to open up an ice cream store and mandatory ants on your ice cream, because that's my bias, that's what I like, how long is your store going to be around?
Right, yeah, you're probably going to have to... Hey! There's an emphatic wave from the people outside. What's up?
That's it. All the people down here on Douglas, beautiful day.
Yeah, well, that's the kind of situation where you're probably going to be like our buddies, the Epoch Times here. Like not buddies. We don't know the Epoch Times.
I don't know anybody at the Epoch Times.
Me neither.
I do know that as far as Ad Fontes Media, they have a low factuality, and Ad Fontes has them leading aggressively bias on their side. All Sides and Media Bias / Fact Check both have them not as far. They're right on that edge of the low mixed factuality side. Yeah. So every once in a while they hit it out of the park because, the sun shines on a dog's what? No, which one do I want? Oh, no, a clock. Squirrel. A clock is right twice a day.
Yeah.
That's the analogy I want. But yeah, and then so with this, how is this different, in your opinion, than The Messenger?
Yes.
So now let's look at that.
Well, yeah, and it brings up a good point because, when do you choose to be either? It's weird extremely biased or extremely unbiased, you usually need some financial backing. It's a hard thing to do.
Exactly.
Which goes to show, even if your intentions are, which I believed in the case of the Messenger, good, it's hard to do. And, my bias would be to suspect that maybe the Epoch Times didn't have the best of intentions with their media sources and stories. A lot of times, it's still just as hard, and you need that money.
Because I think the biggest issue from what they've done, and then what you can see from what CNN is also trying to do with that, I think it's kind of like in our ice cream analogy, is if your bias is I like ice cream,
sure,
or I don't like ice cream.
Yeah, and then they're just not part of that conversation.
You know what I mean? Like that's the only bias you have is I do like or I don't like. I don't have a special flavor. I don't have a particular flavor. It's just I do like it or I don't like it. Type of thing with this. And if you don't have, so it's back to my ice cream store. If I open an ice cream store and it's only vanilla all the time, that's it. I've got 5 different nozzles and they all shoot vanilla. You're also not going to last very long, just like the Ants guy.
Or you're more so you're not going to win Sunday bar of the whatever town award
because you don't have it. That's why nobody's ever heard of Straight Arrow News. That's why nobody's heard of Washington Top News.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. All of these places, WTOP, right?
Sure.
Nobody's heard of all of that. Like a whole bunch of other things that are there.
WRMN, the talk of the town.
The talk of the town.
Boys of the Valley.
That's it. But that's all I'm trying to say is that's what I think is kind of what we're trying to get at here with it. Is that you do bias is what adds the flavor and spice to the world. Is at that side. And if you go too heavy on your spice, you're only going to have a certain number of people that like it. And by all means, those certain number of people can sustain you. Look at our election right now. Certain number of people can sustain anybody. Doesn't matter who it is. Look how far Nikki Haley is gone. A group of people small enough or slightly large enough to make waves will make waves and will support everything. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, Ben, how many people do you need in your life right now to donate $100 a month to you for you to sustain yourself?
Yeah, well, benboquist.com.
The PayPal. But that's what I mean. But that's what I mean. Is like what? If you had, let's say 100 people gave you $100 a month, you could sustain yourself off of that, right?
Oh, sure.
Right? That's all I need to do. That's considered a cult.
Yeah.
Please. But that is a bias. It is a message. It is their flavor. People that are in a cult love being in their cult.
They love the Kool-Aid.
They love it. It's their best flavor ever.
You drink the Kool-Aid.
And that's where it is of the hyper biases. Now, if I turn around and go the absolute opposite direction, and I'm not even Walter Cronkite, I am a robot that spits out facts at you.
Yeah. Yes.
You're not going to follow that person either. It takes it back to that infotainment. I need to deliver the message to you with flavor. What is the flavor of life? We talked about it. Biases.
Yeah. Yep. Accessibility to be able to talk about what your biases are.
Yes, and the platform to say such.
Sure.
What other news we got, buddy? I don't want to just beat up on the Epoch Times. You said you were going to talk about Mexico's new presidente.
Yeah, that's a cool story that you don't hear too much about, but I thought it was of note.
Talk about inclusion. Cool. I mean, that's the stuff.
Yeah. So elected. This is a article highlighting from CNN.com. Thanks, guys. Claudia Sheinbaum elected Mexico's first female president. Preliminary results show, and it's been confirmed by now. Mexico has elected its first female president with Claudia Sheinbaum, a climate scientist and Mexico City's former mayor, is on track to win the country's. She has won the largest election in history in Mexico. So yeah,
really,
over 200 years as a republic, they have not had a female president. Sounds a lot like our very own country. Never had a female president yet. And at the simple fact of that alone, history is being made in the northwestern hemisphere, or wherever we are together with Mexico. And I think it's pretty cool that the progress, and props to the Mexican people.
I'll tell you right now, Ben, if Nikki Haley was the nominee, I'll tell you,
not me.
That would be one of the closest opportunities we would have for a woman president.
Right.
There will be some Democrats that are so mad at Joe Biden right now that they would vote for not necessarily moderate Republican, but a more centered Republican than Donald Trump, and a woman as well.
Yeah,
get out of town.
It's almost like the opposite of 2016,
and I think that's why. That's why she stayed in.
Sure,
and I think that's why she put a pause on her stuff and not completely removed herself.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's just a whole speculation.
Yeah, it's
speculation.
Being apolitical
my bias
here.
My bias.
Our bias is to keep it political. Got to bring it back to that. But I also have another highlighting a climate thing here to bring that to the forefront. APnews.com is talking about Panama prepares to evacuate first island in face of rising sea levels. So it's happening, guys. People are evacuating places they've lived for hundreds of years, thousands, because of rising sea levels. On a tiny island off Panama's Caribbean coast, about 300 families are packing their belongings in preparation for a dramatic change. Generations of Gunas who have grown up on Gardi Sugdub in a life dedicated to the sea and tourism will trade that next week for the mainland's solid ground. And yeah, it's the first place in Panama to be completely evacuated. So yeah, just imagine like like a Catalina Island or whatever little coastal type of area. That's what it is. And it'll be usable for the time being as simply like during the daytime as a tourist attraction and stuff like that. But no one's going to live on the island anymore. So,
wow.
Yeah. So it's happening right in front of. Yeah, these are the tides and rising sea levels. And basically they just know at some point if there's going to be a storm or something, a flood of some sort. So get out before it happens. And yeah.
Wow. So they're projecting it already. Wow. So that's the way it's moving towards. I mean, regardless of who you want to put to blame of what's happening, we are rising in temperature. Sea levels are rising a couple degrees every, 5 years, 6 years or so? We're getting almost a full degree now.
True. And important to note, landscapes change all the time. So
erosion's a thing.
Yeah, erosion. Where this, and also volcanic activity. So where this island's sinking, another one's popping up.
Yep. I watched the Magic School Bus. Love it. It's good stuff. Also, if you're into like learning stuff too, I recommend Storybots. There's another good one.
I forgot about Storybots. That's the morning show, right?
I make my students watch Storybots because I try to explain how sound travels and how we hear it and all of the things like that with the students. But I can't sing a song in 5 minutes about it. You know what I mean? Like,
right? Yeah.
It's better for me to just play it.
Yeah.
So here I go.
Are you a visual learner?
I've got full-on adults.
Yeah.
Sitting in a paid college class watching Storybots.
We used to do that. We used to watch that. We had late starts before school, and on those days, we'd all go over to my friend's house and enjoy some Storybots.
That's it. We sing a song about it.
Yes. Giggling.
But that's it. It's sad to see people that went to move there and lived their lives there, and their family and everything else see it move. But I bet the people that lived in Pompeii felt something like that too.
Mm-hmm. It's we talk about healthy biases. I don't like being subject to bad.
Yeah, I don't live in places with bad weather like that.
Catastrophic, yeah.
Yeah, and that's part of it. Our Earth changes, things change. That's what it is. What is it? The only thing that's the only thing that's constant is change.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, like in this example, people have been fighting against this for years. Either, the idea that no one would have to move off the island, or it's not time yet, and it's.
And what is it? Those people up in New England that constantly pump in more and more sand into their side, they get washed away every time.
Yep.
I get you could fight it. You can fight it for as long as you think that you can, but it's gonna get expensive. By all means, I'm sure that I can put my house on stilts in the middle of wherever. But if it's a flooded area, then that's it. That's what's going to happen. I can't raise my stilts. That's where you get the Jetsons.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't matter what the weather is. We're all just on giant poles with flying. See, missed our opportunity of flying cars. Maybe that's when we get our flying cars, is once everybody's on stilts and we no longer want to look at our own Earth.
I forgot about that part of everyone's on stilts.
Yeah, everybody in the Jetsons, they're all above the clouds.
Yeah.
Yeah, it ain't because people like being down there. that's all I'm saying. Like, they knew what was up.
The Easter eggs in the Jetsons.
Jane, stop this crazy thing. Hey, Dennis is back. Time traveling Cleveland Dennis. Welcome back to the show, sir.
Yeah, I kind of missed something. I had to go away from the radio and my earbuds and the.
That's okay.
But what were you guys talking about with Panama? What happened in Panama?
Okay, so there's an island. It's called it's a peninsula actually, and it's a tiny island off the Caribbean coast. And 300 families are packing their belongings in preparation for a change. They're basically moving off of the island because of the sea level. It's just a small archipelago off of Panama, Caribbean.
Archipelago.
Okay,
archipelago.
The Panama Canal has been suffering from the low water levels, and it's delayed the vessels coming through. And I have two customers there. They're brothers, and they're from northwest Indiana. I've been doing business with them for about 15, 20 years. But they're involved with this. In fact, one of them was an appointee by the federal government for the Federal Maritime Commission.
Wow.
I find that quite interesting. However, I just enjoy the discussions that you have. And with the Epoch Times, I read that a couple of days ago. And, I was kind of baffled by it. Now you guys are talking about it.
Nice.
That's it. And go ahead.
This has to do with greed at its best and how you think you can get away with wiring money, with especially large amounts of money, without getting it investigated.
Well, well, Dennis, if they can do it to the Epoch Times, they can do it to you.
Well,
you should stop embezzling money, I suppose.
Wait a minute. They did it to me, or they tried for about 6 years, and I finally won.
Hey,
there you go.
Yeah.
Fought the law, and Dennis won.
Yeah. Well, no, me and my accountant won.
Probably your lawyer, too.
It's unbelievable. But I just want to say this. This comes from somebody recently that just sent this to me. It has to do with the dams, about leaving them alone. And he stated he's always quite, in touch. He said the people who put in the dams are smarter than the people who want to take them out.
Yeah, I can understand that.
He offered that as an opinion. So
statistically, they are. Statistically, because of the lead that we put into the atmosphere, the general population is down by 20 IQ points.
Because of the dams?
No, because of the lead. in general. When we put lead in fuel and then lead in our paint and a bunch of other places.
Okay.
But I appreciate it, Dennis. We got to wrap the show. But yeah, that's part of it. Is this whole climate change is changing it on a few different places and a few different levels.
All the time. Get everybody to understand that.
That's it. Times they are a changing, buddy. It's one of my favorite songs that are out there.
Bob Dylan, 1963. Got to go.
Appreciate your time. Thanks, sir.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cleveland Dennis. He's always just like tuned in, man.
He's coming in. He's ready.
Like just talking about the Epoch Times. He had something ready to go.
We have intelligent, informed audience, Ben.
Yes.
And I don't want to talk down to them. That's why we have these heady conversations. That's why we talk about things like this. Because why should I talk down to you? Let's bring you up. Let's raise you up.
Yeah.
I respect you. I respect you as a person. Let's have a conversation about all the facts and not talk to you like a child. I don't know.
I'm biased against not having real convos.
Real conversations. I need them. I need real
Just be
conversations,
real.
buddy.
Yeah.
Good faith and respect, man. That's
Amen.
all you need. That's all you need.
Amen.
This is the last minute. I was just stretching. I don't know if you could tell. I was stretching for the bump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else is going on?
That's it. 2 hours. My goodness.
It's summertime.
Swing by swing by the studio.
Yes.
On Douglas, you can see our amazing poster for the movie For Profit.
Jeez.
FORProfitmovie.com.
That's
is where you need to go.
PHET.
Yes. Yeah. PROPHET. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm not a good speller. I'm glad they have a poster.
Yeah. Come on down and check it out.
Check it out. The premiere is happening next week. You'll be able to see it in theaters on the 21st.
It was filmed right here.
Right here in this very studio. Hey, out to lunch. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being part of us. Listen to more WRMN wherever you can get us. WRMN1410.com. See you tomorrow.
Clocking out? Drive home with the Drive Time Deal with Matt McNeil on WRMN 1410 AM every weekday from 3 to 6 p.m. I bring you the hottest deals in town, the most intriguing stories, and the tracks that take the edge off rush hour. Tune in on 1410 AM. Catch us on YouTube Live at WRMN Radio or stream through our app. I've got the wheel to steer your evening right. WRMN 1410 AM, your home of radio shopping and the soundtrack to your commute.
Rise and shine, Fox Valley listeners. It's time to kickstart your day with First Shift with Marky B on WRMN 1410 AM. From 6 to 9 a.m., join the chatter that gets you clued in with the latest buzz around town. Don't just sip on your coffee. Let Marky B brew your morning with the perfect mix of news, views, and moves. Dial us in or live stream at WRMN1410.com and make your mornings a whole lot brighter. WRMN 1410 AM. We're the voice of the Valley, and we're here to talk.
Your hometown radio station since 1949. We are WRMN AM 1410, Elgin time, 2 o'clock.
With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan. Brought to you by the U.S. Postal Service. The Lords Park Zoo in Elgin is buzzing with excitement as they introduce Buffy, the newest bison, to join the family. Buffy, a young orphan from Diamond Tail Ranch in Colorado, weighs about 600 pounds and has been brought to the zoo to provide companionship to Dakota, the zoo's other resident bison. Today's the final day to register if you want to be part of Elgin's 4th of July parade happening July 4th in downtown Elgin. Those interested can sign up on the City of Elgin website to secure their spot. Metro experiencing delays on Tuesday after a woman was struck by a train. The incident occurred just after 6 o'clock as the train approached the station. It's believed the woman was in a crosswalk at the time. Injuries reported include harm to her arm, and she's currently receiving treatment at a local hospital. She has not been identified. With your 1410 WRMN News Flash, I'm Sean Kernan.
At Progressive, we know how much you love your recreational vehicles, so we decided to record this commercial in an RV.
With a family on vacation.
Mom, who are these people? Oh, that's Chloe and Jamie. They're recording a commercial, sweetie.
Don't they do that in the studio? Oh, normally.
No.
But we wanted to feature a family who bundled their home and RV and saved with Progressive.
Yeah, it looks like you're all out of chips.
Okay, I think we'll just drop you off at the next gas station.
Bundle your home and other vehicles with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
With your choice of select sandwich, nugs, fries, and a drink, Wendy's $5 Biggie Bag is your go-to. Your nugget wingman. Your hot and crispy fry co-pilot.
Just like us. We're like the bag boys.
What?
Bag boys, bag boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when we bring your food?
For a deal you can count on, bet on Biggie and choose wisely. Choose Wendy's.
Bag boys, bag boys.
U.S. price and participation may vary. Includes choice of JBC or crispy chicken sandwich with 4-piece nugs, junior fry, and small soft drink. Third-party delivery pricing may be higher.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Counterfeit products are popping up everywhere. Fake sneakers, fake cosmetics, and even fake pills. Crooks are selling counterfeit versions of just about everything. Last year, billions of dollars worth of counterfeit products were sold in the U.S. Sure, it may seem like saving a few bucks on the things you want isn't a big deal, but counterfeits are usually made in unsafe conditions, potentially using hazardous and even lethal ingredients that could harm you and others. And the money you've paid, it goes right into the hands of criminals and may support child labor, drugs, and even gangs. Smells like big crime to me. So if you still think buying fake products is harmless, think again. And remember, if you don't know where the products came from, how could you know where the money goes? You're smart, buy smart. Go for real. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org. This message is brought to you by the United States Patent and Trademark Office and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Progressive presents the Sports Flash on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN. The Bulls have hired Billy Donovan's son, Billy Donovan III, to become the head coach of their G League affiliate, the Windy City Bulls. The Cubs beat the White Sox 7-6 on Wednesday. Hector Neris improves to 6-0. The losing skip for the White Sox has hit 13. Mike Tauchman won it with a home run in the bottom of the ninth. It was his fifth shot of the season and first career game-ending homer. The White Sox open a series against Boston tonight. It'll be right-hander Jake Woodford getting the ball. Boston counters with Tanner Houck. The Cubs open a 4-game series at Cincinnati today. They've not announced their rotation for the series, but the Reds will go with righty Hunter Green tonight. Today is the last day of mandatory minicamp for the Bears. Then the attention shifts to training camp in late July. Quarterback Caleb Williams continues to grow in the role. That said, head coach Matt Eberflus knows he'll have to be patient with the rookie. Bundle auto and home, renters or condo, and save with Progressive. I'm Chuck Sanders on News Talk Radio 1410 WRMN.
Macy's Friends and Family is going on right now, and it's the perfect time to save on Father's Day gifts. Use your coupon or Macy's card and take an extra 30% off designers he loves, like Hugo, Lacoste, and more. And 15% off skincare, fragrance, and grooming, too. Plus, shop Father's Day specials for even more great deals. Give love today at Macy's. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted a colonial with high ceilings, hardwood floors, and a peaceful neighborhood. And you found it. Now, every Saturday at 6 a.m., you get to wake to the sound of your neighbor's leaf blower. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at progressive.com.
Over time, you want to work less of it, so you need your crop protection to work more of it. When you add Tapran or Last Chance Pro adjuvants from CHS, they will. Designed for maximum efficacy, Last Chance Pro improves the uptake and translocation of herbicides, while Tapran helps activate herbicides for better performance against tough-to-control weeds. Ask your local CHS retailer how Tapran and Last Chance Pro adjuvants can put your crop protection to work.
Go out for Chinese tonight at the China House, 1900 Sycamore Road in DeKalb. Enjoy a platter for two, which includes Shanghai shrimp rolls, beef teriyaki, crab rangoon, spare ribs, as well as chicken wings and shrimp. The China House also offers all Chinese favorites, as well as sushi and hibachi, plus American food and ice cream. Try seafood, beef, chicken, sushi, and more from their most popular buffet items. Let China House tempt your taste buds. Call 815-748-0032.
The opinions voiced in this program are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, financial advisor, or tax advisor prior to investing. Securities offered through Securities America Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through Robertson Wealth Management. Robertson Wealth Management and Securities America are separate entities.
Welcome to Straight Talk Money, the place where you learn the wisdom of Wall Street. Over the next hour, you'll not only get straight answers to your questions about your money, but also get firsthand insight into the economy and the markets from people who have seen it all. Get ready. Straight Talk Money starts right now.
Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the show. Okay, so we've all been subjected to it, whether we've checked into a hotel, gone to the retail store to make a purchase, and even our huge credit reporting agency. All of us have been targets of hackers, and they're after our personal information. Now, last year alone, data breaches were up nearly 20%. And with the current work-from-home environment caused by the whole coronavirus outbreak, it's becoming even more of a threat, not only for employers, but also for employees, too. So what can you do to protect yourself, your family, or maybe even your business? We've invited a security expert to the show today to answer those questions and a lot more. We've got CEO of Security Weekly, Matt Alderman, on the show today. Matt is an information security, compliance, and risk veteran of 20-plus years of experience designing and implementing solutions. And so, Matt, welcome to the show today. We're so happy to have you.
Thank you, Peggy.
Why don't we start out with, you being a security analyst, and interesting, right before the show, we were talking about the fact, you were talking about how busy you are, and the fact that businesses have had to change how they do business, basically, because of all the lockdowns and everything. It seems like that's got you all on your toes.
Yeah, well, we're in the podcast business, and we produce 7 different shows a week around different security topics. And the news doesn't stop, and the hackers don't stop when employees are not in their offices. And so we've covered a lot of the news over the past number of weeks on, the different challenges that people have moving their employees from on-premise into a remote workforce, the increase we've seen in phishing attacks, targeting people specifically to try to get information that they can use to breach data. So we've stayed very busy publishing a lot of our podcasts on a weekly basis, and there's been plenty of news to cover, obviously, over these past few weeks.